सराव बाब तुम्ही आता कितली वर्सां जाली इव्हेंट्सान आसा आनी जेन्ना आमी नॉयज पोल्युशन म्हणटा आनी डीजी सेट्स म्हणटा ह्यो दोन गजाली अश्यो आसा ज्यो कंटिन्युअसली इज असोसिएटेड विथ इव्हेंट्स. जेन्ना म्युजीक लायता, लावड म्युजीक आसता, लोक आसता, खूब बोवाळ जाता, सो हे दोनूय ज्यो हे आसा पळय असोसिएटेड विथ इव्हेंट्स एज अन इंडस्ट्री आनी तुमी हितून इतले सक्सेसफूल आसा, हाऊ डू यू टेकल दीस? तुमकां कितें दिसता? इज इट बिकॉज ऑफ द इव्हेंट्स दॅट द पोल्युशन इज हॅपनिंग?
Dipti, I don't think so. So I don't think everything is in the event is pollution or there is noise. Now there is different types of level of music. So let's go to the context of music is concerned. Music has different forms of music. There is a music which is very acceptable music, which even if it is on a higher decibel, it does not turn to be a noise to the ecosystem around. For example, let us go to the context of Remo or Lorna singing. And if Remo and Lorna is singing more than the decibels of 65 or 70, it is not considered as a noise. The ecosystem accepts it because it is something which is enjoyable. Now there is certain festivals or certain traditional drums, and there are certain traditional activities which are not pleasant to the entire ecosystem. So today, yes, when a human being is not able to bear a certain volume of sound, it is called noise. But there are certain musics which people accept, like the pop music, the cultural music. For example, as I said, Lorna singing loudly, there could be more people who can get attracted than considering it as a noise. So if you look from that context or purpose, there are certain music, like for example, today the trance party, there is a late night party, and also these music levels are accepted at a different form of time. Okay. So if you look at the daytime, staying in the heart of the city, you have all the noise of the traffic, which could be higher than the decibel, much more, twofold higher. But people accept it because if it is a daytime. But if you have one truck going in the night, people wake up out of it because the time is not accepting that. So anything to be generally saying just a event is creating noise is wrong. Whether it is from the gen set or from the music. If it is within the acceptable ecosystem, the purpose that you are there, for example, you are on a stadium, and if you look at watching a cricket match and when everyone scream, if you set up a system of noise control, I don't think it can happen. But everyone is accepting and nobody is complaining about it. So that's a form of music or a noise where people accept it. So you have to look at, when you do an event, your event is positioned in a place where this ecosystem accepts what you are doing. It could be at the level, sometime below the level, or little higher the level. So the time, the venue, and the people and the ecosystem around should accept it. Events are not pollution. Event is not noise. Music is not noise. So I would say people should, and anyone who is getting focused saying that music is noise is something should be reserved and only looked at the nuisance that is caused by few areas where they are creating noise. Otherwise, music is very pleasant. As I mentioned to you, even if it is played a little higher than the given decibel, it is not humming. People enjoy it. People like to celebrate with it. As I gave you example of a stadium or into a movie or into so many places like a festival, this is something which is acceptable. But when there is something which is done at a time which is not acceptable and at a style that is not acceptable, I think those are the areas which has to be controlled, which also, apart from music, leads to other pollutions. Where a place is given for an event where it does not have a washroom and a toilet facility, where it does not have garbage capacity to handle, where it does not have a parking. So they create a nuisance to the ecosystem by parking in somebody's compound, blocking somebody's other way. So I think this is something which we need to concentrate, and we should try to reserve ourselves saying that event is pollution, or event related things are everything is polluted. Event is something which keeps our whole body, mind, and our health, and even the earnings. And I think Goa depends a lot on this. And I think we should support events and not call it as an event pollution for everything.